Kia ora, New Zealand. Welcome to Sweet Chain Live. My name is Matt Drake. This is episode 238. And
Woo.
I'm joined by that man you just heard, Morgan Hardefeld. Good evening, Morgan.
Hey, bro. Sorry about that. Racing around with seconds to go.
You were.
Scaring Tom Arsh.
You were. We were wondering what was going to happen there for a second. But how are you?
Yeah, good, bro. Yeah, real good. Super busy as per usual. But
it's
bloody good.
It's like people are busy, right? People have got lives and families and jobs and everything else. And then you have Christmas on the top of it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And that's just
right.
got a whole kind of, you've got a plan for things. You've got to make sure you've got enough stuff in. You've got to make sure that you're gonna have stuff done for the day, and all of that is just ridiculous. But
I think at the moment I'm kind of just flying by me undies. It's just all happening. We just get it done.
Well,
it is what
it's
it
not
is,
going to be too long. Not going to be too long before you're going to be sat with your feet up, beer in hand, smoker on the go, and just sort of sitting back and relaxing. Honestly, so
when's that going to be?
Well, I don't know. I what's your plans for Christmas? Have you got people coming around? Are you staying where you are?
To be fair, it'll be Christmas Day is probably the next day that's probably going to happen. The next couple of weekends is just crazy.
Yeah.
Christmas at home. Couple of friends coming over.
Yeah.
The old what do we call it? Oh God, brain has shut off on that front. Peter Pan and all of the children, and that just come from
Lost
nowhere.
Boys.
It's the Lost Boys Christmas. Thank you very much. We got there.
Excellent.
How about yourself? You've got any family coming over? You going to anyone's house?
No, we will probably have a little sort of do the sort of presents and stuff for the kiddies in the morning when they wake up, which will probably be about, because it's Christmas Day, probably about 4:15, and then about mid morning we'll probably head over to my wife's auntie's house, meet up with some family, and then there'll probably be about 15 of us there. And then in the afternoon we're meeting up with the rest of the extended family, and there'll be about 50 of us, I suspect, playing games and having a feed and having maybe a few drinks, and so it's good.
That sounds awesome. That's a lot of people, though.
It's
good as that sounds. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it is a lot of people, but you get used to it when you get inducted into an island family. Then you get used to a lot of people. So it's good fun.
It's good fun. Fantastic.
But we've got a few more things to go before then. We've got a tournament, or several tournaments actually, coming up this weekend in 2 days' time. Morgan. Tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow, right? So like this, it's very, very close. Very, very close. At this point, we'll just say hi to chat and say there's a bit of we're all going in. There's a few people in the chat today. Hands up if you're playing if you're playing Sweet Chain Nation this weekend. There's plenty of you who are.
I think everyone I can see in the chat is playing.
I think so.
From what I can see.
A show of hands at the old league yesterday was most people. Anthony Gilbert in Topor. The Butler's playing in Wellington. I know Brett's playing in Wellington. Kelvin's playing Topor. Topor Rich is thinking about it. Well, I hope so, because he's organising the Topor one. So hopefully, Oh, Kelvin's in Timaru.
I just got reminded. I see you've got Burge coming up to Wellies.
Yes,
to play
we do.
Your one.
Yes. Very, very honoured to have on up in Wellington for our event. So it's just shaping up nicely.
He'll be
now.
In good spirits.
I hope so.
Good spirits. If you're looking for a second win in a number of days, he did just get a nice win on the bowls green this evening.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'll make sure to I'll time how long it takes him to tell me about that. And we'll see. It's been great fun. It's actually been really good fun. Like doing all the setup and the prep and stuff. Wrangling some baskets for the old Moonshine Park, sorting out the cards for the Wellington Sweet Chain Nation. What I've tried to do, Morgan, I don't know if this is allowed, but what I've tried to do with all the cards is to put people in cards of their mates and their family. So
it's TD draw, so you can.
So I can do where I've got like couples who I know are couples. I've put them on the same card, because They might not ordinarily get to play on the same card, if they're, especially as there often will be on different divisions. So yeah. So I've got a few family cards.
Would you class any of those as super cards?
What do
That's
you
like the
mean?
only thing that PDGA frowns upon,
What's a
is having
super
super
card?
cards, like having your top 4 rated
Okay,
players in the
well,
country
so
all put on a card without talking to them about it.
well, no. So what I do have is I do have a card of Johnny Wake, Ben Morrison, and Ezra Robinson, and I've chucked in Gary Jarvis in there as well. Now,
Oh yeah, that's better.
now the Morrisons and Johnny Wake are all related, right? So
Yep.
I'm getting away with that, and I think that they know Gary pretty well, and Gary's a very good player. So yeah, all right, it might be cheating a little bit to put to make that card up. But yeah, so and that goes for anybody in Wellington. If there's any requests, then like if you want to be with some of your mates, and all the cards for Wellington are published on the PDGA site. So head over to the PDGA Sweet Chain Nation page and check what starting hole you're on for round 1. And if you want to swap, well, not swap, but if you want to change and be with someone else, I've had a few people message me and say, "Oh, can I be on the same card as so and so?" I've tried to do my best to sort it out. Second round, not a lot we can do. You're gonna have to play as well as your mate if you want to be in the same card as them. But and preferably in the same division. But if you want to play with your mates in round 1, then just give us a shout and I'll see what I can do. I can't promise everything. I probably can't do everyone's request, but I've got another family card as well that's 2 couples, and the couples are related. So one person each couple are related. So that's quite cool. So yeah. Kelvin says massive high five to all the TDs and organising committee behind the scenes. I've still been in the planning chat and seen firsthand there's a heap of effort going. Yeah, look, I absolutely want to echo that as well. There's been so much thought and preparation and time and effort and hard work that's gone in across the country from people here, and it's not just the people that you see in the chat, because in terms of the Wellington one, I'm the only Wellingtonian in the Sweet Chain tournament directors chat, and yet there must be about, well, there's at least 4 or 5 other people helping me out, and they're in addition to people who are lending me baskets and stuff. So there's way more people who are helping out behind the scenes that aren't even in the tournament director chat. So what's really sort of heartwarming about this event is the little pockets of effort that are going on around the country, all for the same kind of idea, all to bring people to play some disc golf on the same day. So yeah, it's been pretty cool so far.
Yeah.
I must say.
Anyone playing the Queenstown tourney this weekend? I just got the message from Andy O'Connell, who is not the owner but the operator of the Flight Park course, and he's been out there on the ride on all afternoon getting the course looking spick. So I'll be out there tomorrow putting out a few extra flags and bits and pieces, and mate, it's gonna be fantastic.
Don't you just love it when you hear that just before a tournament the grass has been mowed?
Yeah.
I mean, it makes such a difference. I got that message earlier on this week, actually, that they were sending the mowers around Moonshine earlier on this week. They've probably been around already, but I was so pleased when I heard that, because nothing like a fresh bit of bays to play disc golf on, I have to say.
I'm excited, as you say. It's tomorrow. So man, it's come around quick, right? Like, I kind of remember we sort of brought this idea just to the front of our brains to begin with, and then it sort of rolled on, and bang, we're here.
It is, yeah. So look, it's not too late to enter. I think most tournaments, Westport's the only one that's full up. So if you live in Westport and you're looking to play, then you might need to head over the hill to Christchurch. But it's a pretty big hill, but still, you know what I mean. Or if you are in any of the other centres, I think, Morgan, you've got a couple of spots left, eh?
3 spots left, yeah. I'm at 69 of 72. Couple of dropouts late in the piece, but
Wellington's got 18 or so spots left. So we got a few spots, but so we're running groups of a couple of 3s, but mostly 4s, and a couple of like blank holes just to give us a bit of room. Westport, I'm hearing, has got 3 spots left.
Ooh, yeah.
So So yeah, so 3 spots left at Westport. Christchurch has got a handful. Taupo's got a handful. Auckland's got a few, and Timaru's got a few. So
And
yeah,
we're currently at 370 players signed up as of about 5 minutes
370
before the show.
players. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. Yeah, I mean, it might be tough to get to 400, just given the number of spots that we've got available in the tournaments.
You never
But
know, guys. Late sign-ups. Let's go.
yeah, 370 would be superb. Now there is, if you needed any more incentive to enter this tournament, then there is one, which is that everybody playing in these events will go into a draw, which we're going to be doing on a special Saturday night show, right?
That's cool.
So this Saturday after the tournament at 9 o'clock, we're going to be doing a Sweet Change special, episode 239. It's going to be our last episode of the year. Okay, it's going to be our last episode of the year because, Morgan, you've got like a Christmas party on that next Thursday, and I think a lot of other
no matter
people have
what I
Christmas
said to
parties
my
and
work,
stuff. So
I love my work, but no matter what I said about any day except for Thursday, please, team. Of course, it's going on Thursday, the bloody Christmas too.
It's unavoidable. Well, what it does mean is we're going to bring our analysis back to Saturday, and we're going to a special show on Saturday. We're going to be doing going through all the results of the tournament fresh from the tournaments. If you can't make it to any of them, you want to know what's going on, then that's the place to be. We'll see if we can get some of the TDs in to be guests just to talk through their event and how it went as well, just because me and you'll be in Queenstown and Wellington, but it would be nice to hear from other people, and everybody who plays in one of the events anywhere, the 370 people are going to go into a draw. Now unfortunately it's not going to be a duck race, chat, I'm afraid, because
but maybe
but it's unlikely to be a duck race, simply because I don't think we've got a pond big enough to get all the ducks in. Really, we'd have to send them across the Cook Strait probably. But look, so we're going to instead do a spin the wheel or some other way of picking a random name, and the winner will win the disc that's about to be on screen now. That's producer Tom.
on everybody's favorite hand model.
It is producer Tom, famed for his hand models. Oh, aren't they pretty? Anyway, if you ignore the hands for a moment, if you can take your eyes away from the hands, then what you'll see is a Drew Gibson signed RPM, what looks to be a driver, probably a Kahoo. I don't know my RPM drivers very well, but yeah. So if you want to go in the draw to win one of those, and you're not in one of the events so far, then make sure that you get involved, because that's going to be going to one lucky member, which we're going to be doing the draw for on Saturday night. As I said, it's going to be the last draw of the weekend. Have you got any more?
I'll probably find something. I say find something. I'm sure I can dig something out of the collection here to give away as well, I reckon, Matt.
Oh, excellent.
Why not?
Okay, we'll make leave that as a surprise for Saturday and see what we find.
It's still a surprise for me.
I just, have you got anything more to do that you need to prep for?
Yeah, heaps. No, I basically, my plan is tomorrow, get through a big day of work, and then head over to Flight Park, get the flags out, the banners out. I'm keeping it as simple as possible. We're keeping the course as it is every day. I'm just adding a few flag lines, like 4 or 5 holes at most. Things I've done at tournaments I've run up there before. So nothing crazy. I just want it to be a chill day. Everyone come out, play some disc golf, have some fun, have some lunchtime, and after the game beers, and we're just going to enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. I think I've pretty much there with Wellington. Phil and the Disc Shop Wellington crew are picking up a load of baskets today and tomorrow, and then transporting them in his truck through to the thing. Other people are bringing theirs, and also I just wanted to show off these. These are the trophies that you're going to be winning in the Wellington. Got these made up by Robbie Gill down in Invercargill. He did a fantastic job. Obviously they couldn't host a tournament, but he did make these trophies for us. Look at these. So if you finish first in MPO, you're going to get yourself one of these, and these are Velcro badges, so they stick onto your bag. So you'll forever be able to tell people that you are the champ. Sweet Chain Nation,
Pretty cool.
Wellington.
Pretty cool.
Very
Eh?
good. So yeah, in looking forward to that. It's one for every division. So yeah, and also at Wellington, they're putting a feed on. We've got a barbecue on the go, and that's just $5 gets you a feed and a drink. So I mean, yeah, can't see fairer than that really.
I've been pretty lucky enough to Neat Meats come to the table and given me a hell of a lot of sausages. So we're going to have a week free barbie for the team as well down in
Look at
Queenstown.
that.
So they're getting looked after for $5 a go.
Fantastic. Right, now we're going to go through the odds because with 7 events, there's lots of tipping to be done, which we're going to be doing very shortly. But first up, let's go through the results of the tournament that was played last weekend, which was Birdies at Buckley, the NZDG Hitting the Links series event, which took place in Shannon. Which is just outside Palmerston North for people who aren't sure or up with their geography of the lower North Island. Yeah, so this is played on the same course that is going to host North Island Champs next April. Okay, so North Island Champs is in April the 25th, something like that, end of April. And this is the course that is going to be played. Johnny Wake takes out the win by pretty comfortable margin, by nine strokes with a 10.31 rated first round. Well done to him. Cannon Larson with a good performance to put him into in second place over Devin Taylor in third.
That's a huge performance from Cannon, right? 908 rated player,
I mean,
shooting a 980 and a 968.
It is. Cannon is a good player, right? But he's a little bit inconsistent. So that's why his rating is perhaps where it is, but also perhaps how he's capable of putting together. If he puts together 2 good rounds, he can beat a lot of people. And so, and he's beating people there who are putting together a 980 and a 960, and he's winning. And so, yeah, he's a very good player, but it's often his consistency which is the thing that lets him down, but not on this occasion. So well done to Cannon for taking out second place there. Devin from Taranaki in third place. Down to MA40, and it's Ephraim Russell who takes out the win here by 4 shots over Ryan Kiddo and Phil McLeod in third. I don't think we saw this one. I didn't think we picked this one. I think we picked Ryan to take out the win here, but a good performance from Ephraim. Ephraim's playing in the Wellington Sweet Chain Nation event this weekend. Kath Headley takes out the win over Debbie Mills by 6 shots. And Kath's, I think, hopefully playing in Christchurch this weekend. Cobbin McKay wins by 2 strokes over Glenn Bullivant in MA3. Yeah, don't know anything about Cobbin, so yeah, well done to him. Ryan Gerzeb in third place. And in MJ18, Jack Richardson wins by 9 strokes over Eamon Presser. So well done to all of those people, and well done to everybody who got their tips right. We're going to have a look at the tipping in a minute, and I noticed that Steve is quite keen to have a look at the season tipping leaderboard. I wonder why he's keen.
Too keen. I don't think we even go there tonight.
Yeah. Indeed. But anyway, let's have a look at the tipping odds then. We're going to start in Wellington. So let's take a look at the Wellington event. The favorite for the Wellington event is Johnny Wake, bearing in mind, right, that at the Wellington event you've got the 2 best players in the country outside 2 of the 3 best players in the country right now are playing in Wellington this weekend and are going head to head, which is insane. So very much looking forward to this event. You'll remember Andy Davey actually hit Hardcore Park for like 14 under par, which the other week, which is just mental. And Johnny Wake is just a monster as well. So really looking forward to seeing how they're going to tear this course up. The Moonshine Park course is it's actually a bit longer than I thought it was. We're playing the short course of it, but there's a couple of par 5s and a few par 4s. So yeah, it should be good fun. and there should be some opportunities to score. So, yeah, it's not going to be the birdie fest that many of the South Islanders will encounter, but it will be hopefully a fairly good test, and great to see that 2 players in the top 3 are competing in Wellington. Next up, then further down, Ben Morrison goes up against Cannon Larson. They'll be battling it out for that final place on the podium, likely. Chris Sinai and Jung Ha will be knocking on the door of all 4 of those to try and make lead card. In MA1, Devin Taylor will be trying to go one better than last week and take the title of in the mixed amateurs. He's the favourite over KJ Carrick and looks pretty good for this division, honestly, Morgan.
He does, yeah, absolutely.
Hannah Edmonds and Debbie Mills will have a tight battle in FA1. I think Hannah's probably got the edge here, but nevertheless, it's going to be a good battle between those 2, ranked 12th and 13th in the country. Further down to MA40, the best division, and Gary Jarvis is the favourite going into this. He's up against Richard McDonald, who took out, I think, second at or was it third in MA40 at Fault Line. Ephraim Russell and Phil McLeod is capable of putting himself about being that he got a podium spot at Buckley. If you scroll down far enough, then you'll finally see my name for 24-1 if you want to fancy a punt. But
scroll down to Arn Burgess, because that's worth a punt.
Yeah, quite possibly. Outside bet there. Bevan Sanders, Jacob Rice. Jacob Rice is a youngster. He's 15 from Upper Hutt. And Graham Lewis, Martin Chin, all look to be fairly evenly matched and will be looking for a place on the podium between the 4 of them, and it'll be anyone's game as to who they can go there. Braden McLeod, who finished 4th at Buckley, could also do some damage from outside. A 5.7 on him to place is good value. Finally, Karen Chow and Rochelle Carey were head-to-head in FA3 for a spot at the title.
Just before you go, I'm really sorry. You just tickled my brain into something that's completely unrelated to Sweet Chat Nation, but I want to bring it up. But
let's go on a tangent. Go on.
Just before I forget. Anyway, I seen yesterday that Amy Whitmore is back to the #1 position in the global rankings for FA40.
Wow.
#1 player in the world for all FA40s. I just wanted to bring that up because I actually think that's massive, right?
That is huge.
She did have it at one point, then she lost it, and she's gained it back. So big ups to Amy Whitmore.
That's just crazy. That's very, very good, Amy. Very, very good. But come back to New Zealand.
Yeah. Come home.
Right, let's have a look at Topor. So the Topor, we got MA1. It's Josh Pratt is the favourite here, ranked 21 in the country. Steve Lawson in 2nd place. Can Steve upset the odds here?
Steve, what do you think? Are you going to upset the odds? You let us know in the chat.
We'll see. There's no age protected divisions at Topor, so Steve with a firm no there. But anyway, besides, he'll be looking for a spot on the podium, nevertheless. And other than that, it looks pretty tight in MA1. Could be some good battles there, I suspect. Into MA2, and Robin Bain, Courtney Robertson, and Richard Selwyn are all pretty good value. Des Cooper also. Des Cooper would love to get a podium. I'm sure at Topor. You're always around Topor whenever I'm there. I always see Des. It's weird. So yeah, he's going to be there playing and knocking on the door of lead card, I'm sure. In MA3, Nicole Gangapatnam is the favourite here on a pretty tight field. MA3 is always very difficult to pick out here.
Yeah. We're throwing left-handed darts at the board if we're really having a good guess.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. In FA3, Jodie Rogers is the favourite here. Jodie played in the Auckland Women's Day tournament, a name we haven't otherwise seen, and some other names that we I'm not particularly
Definite some
familiar
new
with,
names for me. Yep.
which is fantastic. All right, a lot of this is about new names. When we get onto Westport, that's got even more names on it, and that's yeah. So yeah, Topor. I think there might be some value here, especially if you're from Topor and you know who happens to be playing hot right now. Josh sharing that Taffy would be a good bet. Yeah. There's some they've got some there's some value to be had there, I suspect, if you've got your inside knowledge. All right, let's move on to Westport.
Over to Westport.
The reason why there's few players in Westport is in order to have a rate or like a position in on the betting, you need to have played a tournament before, and many of the players, particularly in Westport's junior divisions, this is their first event. In fact,
it won't be their last, I guarantee it.
In fact, all of the juniors, the 22 juniors who are playing at Westport, it's all of their first tournaments, right? Which is brilliant. It's so good to see. So we've got 16 brand new, 16 in MJ18, and then a further 6 in FJ15. So 22 brand new sanctioned disc golfers playing in this week's event in those two divisions alone in Westport. Brilliant. Elsewhere, Ashton Clark is the favourite to take out MA1. John Hughes, Jet Nicol, and Patrick Ludlow. After that, Patrick Ludlow, we hear a lot of him playing up in Nelson.
Yeah, there's actually as you say, a lot of people might not know, but there's some really good names on that board. I've seen John Hughes play some absolutely out the gate golf over the years. He's not someone I see all around the scene, but I've seen him especially up in Christchurch around those ways, and dude can throw.
Yeah,
the other one that's sneaking in there is actually Alex Batten down the list, who's quite often on our hot scores.
Yeah, lots of names here that I'm recognizing from the from the Nelson and the Blenheim courses. So yeah, it's going to be a tight battle there. I'm not sure Ashton will have it all his own way. Obviously, he's a very competent player, so we expect him to probably take out the win here. In MA40, Anthony Andrews is the favourite over Richard Brown and Grant Curtis. Others are there trying to get onto the lead card, and again, very competitive division. And then we've even got some MA60 lads. David Coland is the favourite amongst them to lift the title in Westport. On to Christchurch, which I've misspelt, but I will. Oh, hang on.
Oh, the old church.
Oh dear. Okay, that wasn't happening a moment ago. We'll come back to Christchurch if we may.
Ben Willake, the only player.
Ben Willake is the favourite to win in MPO at odds of 1. If you want to place a bet, no, there's obviously something wrong
there. Oh goodness me! All right, should we shoot up to Auckland? Have a wee look up here. I believe you probably want to have a quick go at fixing that so we can go back to Christchurch. I'll have a quick look through Auckland here. Knowing Auckland, they're doing the divisional-based ratings up here. They do have an FA3 division. With the 3 ladies on screen that are competing against each other. Pretty close odds. Melina just a little outside those. But again, FA3, left-handed darts. Let's just see how this one plays out. Down into the RAH division, which I believe is the top division. It will be with the likes of Mark Dackov, Ollie Webb, Josh Love Parata, JLP, as his close friends would call him. And honestly, these guys up in Auckland, I love seeing Ollie Webb on these lists because he's a friend of mine. He's from down the Wanaka region, or at least was in Wanaka for a long time. I believe Ollie has got all the tools in the bag to get this done. JLP, from placings that we've seen him sort of come in over the years, I believe those odds are, and I know the machine spat these numbers out, but I feel like they're doing them a disservice. I think JLP is going to be right there around that top spot, 1 or 2 shots out. So we'll see how that one plays out. Down into the RAD division. I wish I remembered what these divisions were actually called rather than just their military code names. Ryan Martin Gawn coming in at odds of 6.5 over Oscar Davis K, 6.7 and 6.8 with Mr. Seebeck right there. Yeah, that's about as close as you're going to get odds-wise. So, again, let's just see how that one plays out. quite a few people in that division. Looks like there's about 12, 13 players there. But then we head down into the RAE division where Edwina Mendoza, odds of 1.5, well over the top of Carl Mansell, Dion Shaw, Justin Mikola, and the likes of the rest of the fellows below there. Clearly, the odds machine is saying Edwina is going to put all of these guys in their place. So let's see how that plays out. Down into RAF, a battle of the three, the Ben, the Alexander, and the Simon, all playing for the title in that division there. And then we head down to RAG, where Jason Searle, James Kemp, Amon Presser, and Wolfgang Davies K. Matt. Wolfgang Davies K. God, that's a freaking badass name. Are going to battle it out in the RAG division, which I would assume is the lower division. So we'll see how we go. How we doing in the background there, Matty?
No, it's not something I'm going to be able to fix immediately.
Copy that.
Unfortunately, it will be something that I have a look at probably tomorrow morning, and we'll fix in the morning tomorrow. So yeah, if you're looking to put your doubloons onto any of the Christchurch guys, then you can do tomorrow. We will, however, have a look at the. We can, however, see.
Queenstown's just stopped working as well.
Is
Tim that was good? There just before. I just bet on myself, Matt, just so you're aware. I just bet on myself about 15 minutes ago. So it was there.
Oh, dear. Okay. All right. Well, something's happened then.
I broke the machine because it was like, you're full of it. Why are you betting on yourself?
Okay. Let's have a look at
one.
I'm not sure why Queenstown's not working. We'll have to... I'll work that out as well. Right, let's have a look at Timaru. What we will do is we'll have a look at the PDGA page for Christchurch and Queenstown after Timaru, and we'll go through who's playing there and make our picks based on that. In Timaru, Jamie Hunter and Robbie Tuatufu go up to head-to-head in MPO. Jamie Hunter is the favourite to take this out by some way, but you never know what might happen. Dylan Maybe is the favourite in MA1. Tyler McCarran and Taylor Keane will be trying to unseat him in the first place. Isaac Loyal will be trying to do so from the league card on MA1 as well. MA4, Kelvin Cummings is the favourite by quite some way. Odds of 1.4. David Taylor at 6.9. Then we've got Marie Cummings in FA40, MA50. Jonathan Crisp and Mark Kane are incredibly tightly ranked here, and so who knows anyone's game in MA50. Nice little card there for the guys to play for probably for the 2 rounds. Deborah Hunter in FA50, MA60. Callum McDonald is the favourite up against Tony and Wayne. MA2, Edmund Hilda is fairly long odds favourite against Stormy Phillips. Cody McCarran and Thomas Fletcher also in that bracket. In FA2, Jessica Robert and Alicia Maybe will go head to head. I feel that's a matchup that happens quite a lot between those two.
Totally is.
See those two names popping up in the same division many times. Tim Hecke in MA4 is the favourite. Nikki Dellaway in FA4 and Catherine Haig in FJ18. Let's have a look at Christchurch. Let's go to Christchurch. There is more than Ben Willake playing, although in the Christchurch event, we're just resizing the screen for us so we can see what's going on. So let's have a look at Christchurch MPO. Morgan, is it Ben against Magnus?
Got to be honest, I can't see that on my screen, so you're going to have to commentate this one.
Okay, so Ben Willake, Magnus Davidson, and Phil Botter are the favourites or the highest rated players in MPO. Tom Baker was complaining only moments ago about how the odds on him were fairly long. However,
now I see why it's not working, because he doesn't want anyone to see it.
Yeah.
He's been fiddling in the back end.
No, I've got a feeling I know what the problem is, but I don't have time to be able to fix it on the fly now. In MP40, Jason Ormandy is the highest rated player out of himself and Clinton Neho. In MA1, Bailey Gardner and Logan MacArthur are the highest rated players here, and will go head to head and likely be at the top.
I think Bailey's going to have an absolutely outstanding performance this weekend. He's shown some grit recently. Got his rating all the way up to 944 these days, Matt. So I think he may put a bit of a stamp on this one.
Yeah.
Could even potentially be pressing for the overall as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, FA1, Sarah Wadsworth is the favourite here over Stephanie Stridham. Good to see Sarah out. She's had, what a year she's had. I mean, that's ludicrous. I saw her like yearly summary post or whatever it was on social about how when she summed up her year, and it was just like, yeah, title after title, ridiculous. In MA40, Mark Paku is the highest rated player. He goes up against Alistair Upston and Malcolm Macbeth. It's going to be pretty tight in FA40, I suspect. All three of those ladies are fairly well well matched. Into MA50, you're going to bet against Gregor?
Well, he did lose recently. Just saying. I said I would not bet against him until he lost.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So what the hell? Let's go the Andrew Falconer.
Well, that's right.
Falk dog.
It was at GCO, wasn't it? And where he came second. So we shall see. Janine Frost in FA50, MA60, Robert Barker and Greg Cormack go head to head. Donna Cormack and Suzanne Booth go head to head in FA60. Donald Booth in MA70, and in MA2, it's Louis Stridham and Sebastian Stridham are the two highest rated players. So we could see a good battle between those two in MA2. Chelsea Pro FA2 in MA3. Look, it's a bit of a crapshoot in MA3, honestly, to see who's going to win here. Any one of these 15 players could take it, especially around a course like what do you call it, Jelly Park, where it's a bit amended, but there's it's Jelly Park, so you're still gonna have a little bit of.
What Ewan has failed to tell everyone is that the entire Jelly Park course is out of bounds except for a 10-meter circle around the basket.
That would be 18 island holes. Yeah.
18 hazard islands.
18 hazard islands with 18
he
PDGA.
has his own bad ideas, Tom.
With 18 PDGA exception letters that he's had for each of the holes. FA3, Alexandra Luafutu is probably the favourite in FA3. Into MA4, lots of new players in MA4, which is great to see. Lots of people playing their first ever tournaments, both PDGA members and not. You don't need to be a PDGA member to remember to play.
This was the whole idea of this as well. Other than breaking a record, this was 100%. One of the biggest reasons for doing this was to get all of these new people across the line into something super casual and friendly, a very small step into the scene. So because this pleases me a lot.
We see it quite a lot, when we have a look at our stats and stuff. You see, this is the number of people who play these courses, and you see the number of unique players, and then you look at the number of unique players who play in sanctioned disc golf, and it's quite a bit less. Now, I suspect. Although I've got no data to prove this, at least not yet. I suspect that if you've played a tournament, you're more likely to play another one. Okay, especially if your experience of that tournament was a good one. And so the more people we can get to play their first tournament, then I think that's going to be further encouragement for playing other events later on. And it might be that the next event they play is a 2-dayer, maybe in the same town, or whatever. And maybe maybe the next one they want to do is go further afield. There's lots of it's the first step for a lot of people on their disc golf journey. It's going to be fantastic to see, especially from so many juniors. Is there a way to bet whether Ewan puts a super elevated basket in Christchurch's Sweet Chain? There is a way to bet, but no one's going to take your money because it's
check the TAB.
It's going to happen. Odds of 1.0. I think I'll give you on that. Yeah, it's going to happen, isn't it? I mean, yeah. Right. Let's have a look at what was the other one that screwed up? Queenstown.
Q-Town. Yep, up into my neck of the woods, Mr. Matty.
Yeah, I know why that thing screwed up now. But I'm surprised that the Wellington one still works. But ho ho. Right. Let's have a look at Queenstown. In MPO, you've got Morgan Hardefeld, Adam Rhymes, Mike Yu, and Ben Quinn. Morgan, where are you going to finish on that card?
Quite honestly, bloody fourth. Hey, look, I tell you what the battle's going to be. And as much as I think Ben Quinn is the second best player on this set of four here, I believe it's going to be an Adam Rhymes, Mikey Yu battle. Mikey, we know, is an absolute technician. The difference being here is Adam can throw 140 plus meters, and we've got elevation. Okay. And I've seen him play really good up there.
Yeah.
So I'm cheering on my generation brother Adam here.
Excellent.
To get this done, but man, it's an uphill slope right from the get go with Mikey in here.
Excellent. Echo's coming across to play FPO, and in MP40, it's going to be pretty tight as well. I mean, all of those guys have got potential to win out of all six of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got Shannon Cunningham, who won the Generation Open down at Tiana not too long ago, who I sort of called out on the show because he doesn't have a PDGA number as being the dark horse. And yeah, you know what? He could absolutely get it done, but he's going to have his work cut out with. I think the biggest two players here are going to be Smokey and Hemi, although Roddy just set the course record there the other day. I've only just really remembered this. And then 14 under par at Flight Park.
Dom Hayden won Wahi Tapu and Lords and Ladies. So like it's there's quality throughout that. MP40 division is one of the best in the country this weekend, I reckon.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
In MA1, again, pretty tight, but I think Joel Maunder is maybe the edged favorite here.
Potentially. I don't know though, because the stiff man Stefano is obviously right there.
He's played well.
He plays fantastic.
He plays well in Queenstown, Yeah, like he won at Wahi, he won at Generation, in MA1. So yeah, let's see. FA1. You know these ladies better than I do. Who do you think who can take this one out?
Yeah, look, Nikki Day lives at Flight Park these days, like at Flight Park in the house that's at hole 18. But quite honestly, she's probably got her work cut out with the likes of Rashida, who's coming up from Tiana as well. Jesse and Nikki always have a good battle. Lex is always right there. Lex has moved from FA40 over to FA1 just because she was the lone soldier in FA40 and wanted to play with the girls. My call is probably the out-of-towner this weekend, Rashida. She's a fantastic competitor.
Excellent. MA40, the best division. Looking at, is Luke Godfrey going to be the favourite here?
Hard to say. I don't know if I've actually seen Spooky playing at Flight Park. I probably have. But obviously Warren Dewhurst came off the back of a win at Generation Open, which was his first win. Andy O'Connell lives at the course. It's his place. He's the one doing the mowing. He's designed and built the course. This really could go anywhere. I mean, even Ray Chalkley, he can pull some absolute bangers out, man. Yeah. I don't know. This honestly could go anywhere.
Yeah. Looking at MA50, Ed Waddington is obviously a name that jumps out, but Grant Chapman as well.
Yeah, I mean, Grant Chapman's an absolute beast, especially at home in Tiana. Man, wouldn't it be a sight if they come to town, Shannon, Grant, and Rashida, and all took home titles from out of town, because it's so possible.
Yeah.
Ed Waddington just signed up in the last 5 minutes before the show started. So yeah, I think it's going to be a battle between him and Ed, Grant and Ed. I think Grant's going to get the job done.
Okay. MA2, MA2 is a very, very difficult division to pick. You got lots of again, names that you are more recognizable to you than they are to me.
Yeah, for sure. So I think, I mean, we've got another couple out of town. Is there Tunner from Wanaka, Phil Dines from over in Te Anau, but then I think the top person, and at least in the PDJ ratings here, at Mikey Dahlstrom, aka Utah. I think he's going to get the job done. He's a fantastic player. I don't actually think his rating represents his true ability.
Right.
So, yeah, and that's his brother right below him, Jack Lay, as well. So, could be a battle of the bros. They're coming down the line there. I'm calling for Mikey, though, for the win.
Excellent. Excellent. FA2, Haley Rance is playing. So the Rance family's coming up from Invercargill. Connor Rance playing in MJ 18. He'll be up against Grayson Heen. Cole Rasmussen and Levi Simpson. Tough little MJ 18 card.
Yeah, man. Sorry, one sec. Typing the chat. I actually just shouted out the wrong Jack. Jack Lay is not his brother. It's Jack Dahlstrom, who's further down the line. That's my bad. Lockie Mackay has been putting in some absolute heater rounds, especially at Fly Park as of late. Even though he is like the lowest rated player there, I wouldn't be surprised in the least if he sort of pulled out at least a podium. Got his work cut out with him with Connor Rance on the table though on the card. So we'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Excellent. Well, look, we're going to look forward to that, and we'll have the results of all of those tournaments coming up on Saturday night. As we said, we've got a special show which is coming on Saturday 9 p.m. will be the last show of the year. We'll be going through all of the Sweet Chain Nation results and going also through and giving away our Drew Gibson signed disc, which you saw on screen a bit earlier on. So yeah,
that a mystery disc, and we'll probably just talk Matt into giving something away as well, guys. Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Probably right. Right, let's play some Distal.
All right, I think I started us off last week, brother, so you can hook right in.
Okay, all right, it's going to be Latitude. I'm going to randomly grab a disc in my bag, and we're going to go with a Grace. No, Arrive. That's Arrive.
How good's Arrive?
I love my Arrive. Mine is beat up, but it's brilliant. Right, so it's much slower, a little bit less stable, and not Latitude. Morgan, take us away.
Right, there we go.
You can go anywhere with that.
Not Lat, slower.
A lot slower than Arrive, so a lot slower than an 8, I think that means.
All right, so let's just go all the way down to, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze, an Envy.
Envy, okay, yeah, sorry. I thought you were going to see something else there, and then you went into a bit of a sneezing frenzy. Okay.
Sorry, is my mic back?
Slower than an Envy. Okay, right. Now that's given us a little bit of a
good guess.
That is a good guess. That's given us lots of information. So it's a 2 or a 1, 3, 0, and then probably a 1 or a 0. So what's that Discmania? Oh, it could be a Berg. It's a Berg. Maybe a Berg. Is Berg in the list? A Castoplast? Oh, they are. Go on then. Have a shot at Berg. Not Berg, says Calvin, after we press the button. Jokes. No, it's a speed 2.
Calvin.
it's a 2, 3, 0, and then a 1, right? So
what is that? What is that disc from? Hang on, is that it there?
What's that? I don't know. It's a Discmania. It'll be Discmania.
Oh no.
No?
Sorry, that's a link that I've just pulled down off the wall.
One of those Discmania P things, not sure which.
Yeah,
P2?
what the heck's it called? Oh, you reckon?
No.
P2's a 3-speed.
Oh, okay. Is it? Okay.
Do you want to try it? Do you want to try it?
No. A link. Is that a speed 2? Yeah, go on. Have a go at a link then.
At least it'll give us if it's Discmania or not, I suppose.
Oh.
You're joking me.
So close. Not the disc of the day. Why do manufacturers? What? So the number, we got the numbers right, and we know it's Discmania, but it's not a link. So what else do they? So Discmania produced 2 different discs.
So it could be like a P3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
P3.
Ugh.
P3. No, not P3X. That's too stable.
Why? Right. So I got a bit of a problem here. Why P1, P2,
It'll be
P3X?
P1. P1's got a bead. P2 does not have a bead.
P2 or P3 says
The
Brett.
link has a bead.
Why do manufacturers do this? Release 2 discs with the same numbers, so people.
Well, maybe the other one doesn't have a bead and this one has a bead.
Oh, maybe.
You know, it's a feeling thing. I don't
I
particularly love a bead.
I noticed that RPM has started to use different numbers on their Kahoo XGs.
Right, run in the
which we'll get to in a minute.
Run in a P1 for me, please.
P1. It's not a. My word.
My God.
Right, Discmania, sort your putter lineup out. So is it not a P2 then? Because it gets more stable,
Maybe
doesn't it?
run a P2. Yeah, run a P2.
This is the last guess.
I mean, P2, one of the best discs ever created.
It's P2X.
Oh, you're joking
Screw
me.
you, Discmania. That's outrageous. Okay, right, that's just ridiculous. So yes, so I noticed that, I don't know if you've seen this, Morgan, that the RPM Kahoos, or at least a new Kahoo that I saw, I don't know if it's the XG, it might be the XG, had different flight numbers to what was previously used. Or at least what I simply
hang on,
previously
stop there. Have
saw.
they retooled a new Kahoo XG
I don't
with the same?
I don't know.
And I don't
There's
know where
probably
I'm
someone
pulling
in the
this
chat
from.
who can help us out, who's a bit closer to RPM than me.
I feel like I heard they did a run of the XGs that were the same as the Nationals version from like 2018.
Right.
And I don't know why I would just bring that up
Anyway,
randomly on my own brain. So I probably heard it.
What I took umbrage with when I saw the photo was the fact that they've put a turn, or was it a fade? They've put a fade of, I think, 2.5. Something like that.
Interesting. They've
right?
gone half numbers.
And I just think, why? Can someone explain? Because and the reason I say that is I don't see the point in using half numbers. I think
I just appreciate the pain in your voice saying
I think
this.
it only serves to confuse people, especially when they're made up. Like the turn and the fade numbers are basically made up anyway. The speed number, for people who don't know, the speed number of a disc is related to the width of the flight plate, not the flight plate, whatever that is, the width of the rim, right? So you take that width, you measure it, and then you put it against a scale, and that's the speed, right? So arrive is a 13 or whatever, and that means it's so many millimeters, and that works then because you know what you're holding. And so, but why have like a 2.5? I mean, it just seems a bit kind of pointless.
Josh Pratt was saying, heard from Simon, just different molding parameters. Come on, broski says retooled. They're so good for a hyzer flip.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Look, they're probably very good discs, but I mean, I think that saying that but why 2.5? I mean, it's a made up number.
Do they do halves on any of their other?
Well, indeed, Brett. When will it end? Someone's going to bring out I've got my 13.5 0 2.75, and we're going to be sat there going, "This is just now. Come on, now."
Just looking for that little bit of extra return.
Like, I think it only serves to confuse people, and also because they're all basically made up numbers, and unless you go out and throw it in lots of different types of conditions in lots of different directions, then you don't really know how it flies. So like the numbers are a bit whack anyway. But anyway, that's my rant for the day. Let's go and have a look at Disc Golf Valley, shall we? The code's been above Morgan's head for most of the show, and the winner this week, Brett Carlisle, 11 under par. Look at that, including is that an ace? An ace on hole one.
No, we did have another one which was Tom Tomlins. Timbo with
Timbo.
a 12 down.
Oh.
He just seems to his score seems to have disappeared.
But he didn't put his card in time, and
He was
gone.
there. He probably left the group. He probably left the group
Okay.
and started another game.
Okay. Well done to Brett for hitting the ace on hole 1 there and getting an 11 under par. Very, very well done. Right. Now we're just going to head over quickly to the power rankings, which have been updated from hitting the links. There's not been too much update in as a result of this tournament. Some minor movements a bit further down in the ladies division. Essentially, somebody has fallen out of the rankings, and everybody from 10th upwards has moved up a spot. So yeah. And in the men's division, the big movers here: Ben Morrison's down 2 to 22. Devin Taylor moves up 15 to 40, and Cannon Larson moves up 19 to 26. It'll be interesting to see whether he can hold on to that rich vein of form going into Moonshine and Sweet Chain Nation at Wellington this weekend.
Matt, I have a little breaking news.
What's that?
Just come through. I just opened another screen to check something here, and right at the top of the page on old Facebook, because it's on Facebook, I feel like I'm okay to announce these sort of things. Big congratulations to friends of the show, big in the disc golf community.
I think I've just seen it as well.
Casey Eder and Jacob Eder expecting a child, a baby.
There we are.
In May 2026, a wee girl.
Fantastic.
So from our Sweet Chan family to yours.
Indeed.
All the best.
Congratulations. Yes, that's very good. Very good. And yeah, so look, I think that more or less rounds us out for today's show, Morgan.
Yeah, make sure you join us on Saturday, guys. It's going to be a big one. Obviously, recapping all of the things that happen at our massive tournaments that we're having this weekend, Matt. So yeah,
7 events. Look, there's still time to sign up. If you're not signed up, then please do. Also, just a quick shout: Secret Santa. We've done the draw. If you're in it, brilliant. Make sure you take some pictures and send them through to producer Tom so that we can share some of them on Saturday, either to the email address that will be on screen in a second, sweetchainlive@gmail.com, or you can send them through Messenger to one of us free, or the Sweet Chain Messenger as well. Yeah, we'd love to see the pictures of your Secret Santa gifts that you've been getting. Mine's going out the door tomorrow. That's on my list of things to do to get it sent off tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to that. Anything else, Morgan? I think we're that's more of us.
We have another show. We have another show to smash out this week.
We do.
But until then, I think that's about us.
Indeed. Lovely. Well, look, very best of luck to the 370 of you who are playing in Sweet Chain Nation this weekend. Yeah, wherever you're playing disc golf, take it easy, play well, get some birdies, and we'll see you on Saturday night. Cheers.
Let's go.